Good morning, 47. Your target is arrived at the Gamma facility in Hokkaido for facial reconstruction surgery. This gives us a window to engage, but the very nature of this surgery will make him difficult to identify. The clients are cooperating to gather information to identify the target, and I will relay this to you as I receive it. Be ready to improvise, however. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the Elusive targets. And today's target, the Fugitive, set in Hokkaido. And today's Elusive target has a slightly different format, as we do have to identify our victim first of all. So there are 3 of these potential targets, and we're going to show you how to approach and identify and eliminate each and every one of them. And then at the very end, I will show you a little method in which to achieve a silent assassin suit only, absolutely guaranteed. So with that all said, let's get into Hokkaido. So today we will be starting in Tobias Reaper's suite, or 47 suite, and the only thing we will need to be bringing with us will be some coins, but as always I'm bringing my pistol.
Several facial reconstruction patients are on site. I suggest you locate them and await additional information as I receive it. You may also wish to examine hospital records to discover more. Good hunting, 47.
So once Diana finishes giving us a little bit more information, right off the bat we are going to make our way up the stairs towards the main entrance. So out of our room, around to the left, up the stairs and into the bathroom. We're going to close the door behind us and then render the permanent resident in here unconscious. And we're going to hide his body in the cubicle on the right. The cubicle on the left is occupied, and handily enough for us there is a closet in this area. So once we have our friend there safely tucked away, we're going to make our way back into the foyer room of the bathrooms, and we're going to wait right here for the hospital director to make his way up the stairs. So here he comes now, heading up the central ramp, and when he gets to the very top, that's when we can actually pull out our coins. We're going to open the bathroom door in front of us, and we're going to throw our coins just over by the bonsai tree between the 2 doors. That will get the hospital director's attention. He will come in to investigate, and when he does we can close the door behind him, get behind him, render him unconscious. We're going to hide his body with his patient in the cubicle on the right, and also in the closet, although the closet isn't strictly necessary. We're then going to take his outfit and we're going to make our way to his office, which is on the 1st floor of the actual hospital part of the building. So we're going to exit via the bathroom door, make our way into the hospital entrance, and just stay to the right hand side down the corridor there to avoid the camera. It can sometimes spot you through the wall. We're going to make our way around the corner to the left, up the ramp and into the stairwell on our right, and we're going to make our way up the stairs 1 floor, and we're just going to wait in the corridor outside of the stairwell here. And we are just around the corner from the hospital director's office, but as you can see there are 2 guards in the area, one of which is an enforcer. And while he's off on his own playing with his phone, he is actually facing the door. So we do have to wait for him to rejoin his colleague and look out the window before we can then enter our office, and we're going to access the computer in here and find out about our first target.
Good work, 47. That will give us something to look for. Let me see what I can pull out of the data. It appears that the target is receiving otoplastic surgery. Look for a patient with bandaged ears.
So we're looking for a patient with some bandages around his head. So before we exit the director's office, again, we just want to make sure the enforcer is looking out the window before retracing our steps back downstairs. And we're going to head directly for the Tranquility Garden, and we will be most likely to encounter our target there. Now, don't take the door on your right here. There is a camera above that door, so we're going to go the long way round and back out through the hospital entrance and around to the far side of the Tranquility Garden. You can go through any of these doors really, but if we go to the far door, we see a patient with bandages around his head. But are they around his ears? And apparently, from the looks of him, they are. And there's another patient just up ahead with more bandages around his head. But that looks more like he's wearing a face mask. So I thought that the gentleman we were just following was making his way up to the Tranquility Garden top, but he turns around and goes into the sushi bar, and we can confirm that he has bandages on his ears. So as part of his routine, he will go over to the bar of the sushi bar, and that gives us an opportunity to kill him. So what we're going to do is make our way down the stairs out of the sushi bar, and once we get down the stairs past the bathroom, we can enter into the kitchens via the service door here. There are no enforcers to us, so we can run straight in. We can grab the knife from the counter and make our way into the freezer, where we will be able to get our hands on the fugu fish, which is just on the table over there. I have opted to bring with me for this run some poison of my own, but I did mention not bringing any with you, so you may not have done. And here is an opportunity to rectify not bringing any poison with you, as we have poison available to us. But also, while we're in the walk-in freezer, we are going to open the door and throw a coin on the floor in the room. That will attract the attention of one of the chefs, and when they come to investigate, we can then render them unconscious. We can hide their body in the freezer that is in the freezer and take their outfit. Now, in most likelihood, the other chef in the kitchen will now be an enforcer to you, so just be careful when leaving the freezer. But we're basically going to retrace our steps now all the way back to the sushi bar, and once in there, we're not going to make a beeline for the bar, as one of the other chefs who frequents this area is an enforcer. So we're going to go into the sushi bar around to our right, and just happens for me that the enforcer behind the bar isn't here, except just as I arrive he turns around. So once he's walked past us, we're going to poison the glass second from the right, and eventually our bandaged friend will come along and take a drink from that and drop down dead. You can wait around to watch it happen, or you can make your way straight to an exit, avoiding the enforcers. If, on the other hand, when you get to the director's office, Diana says something different like this.
Good work, 47. That will give us something to look for. Let me see what I can pull out of the data. It appears that the target has recently had rhinoplasty. Look for a patient with extensive bandages around his nose.
So this time we're looking for a patient with bandages around his nose, and once we've got out of the director's office, we go straight to the Tranquility Garden, just like we did in the previous part, and immediately we find our victim, and as you can see, part of his routine puts him right at the balcony here, and all we have to do then is push him off the edge and walk to the exit. But there is a third option. If Diana suggests this instead.
Good work, 47. That will give us something to look for. Let me see what I can pull out of the data. It seems that the target is in the process of receiving keratoplasty, most likely with the intent to fool retinal scanners. Look for a patient with an eye covered.
So this time we're looking for someone with a patch over their eye, and just like before, we head straight for the Tranquility Garden, and we are likely to immediately find our target. Now this target also approaches the balcony at the end here, but he only stops at this stone, which is where our coins will then come in handy once again. And we're just going to throw our coin as close up to the balcony as possible, and when he goes in to investigate, we can then approach him. Make sure you're crouched down when you do this and push him off the edge.
Target eliminated. The money has been wired to your account.
So there we go, that is the elusive target. Now for the little cheaty trick. If you go straight to the Tranquility Garden from your suite with your coins and use the technique we have just demonstrated, you can either get a non-target kill, in which case you just restart and do it again, but eventually you will get your target for a very, very quick and easy silent assassin. I have been Anubis. I will see you all in the next video.